Had to sneak through a marathon course today. Guess there's a 5K half marathon going on, and I need to get to the water up here in Peninsula State Park, so I'm gonna just gently tear down some of these race decorations and get to the water. Sorry, not sorry. Welcome back, guys. Episode 3, breaking down the door. Had to drive through a marathon race course this morning. That was interesting. Was unaware that Peninsula State Park was holding a half marathon 5K sort of deal, so I had to move a couple traffic cones, untie a couple flags, but we made it. We're launching out of Peninsula State Park today. Hopefully we can break the PB this weekend. I know I've seen a lot of big fish being caught, and the morale is definitely boosted after last weekend. Thanks for all the support on episode number 2. So let's get after it. Good start to the day. Hooked up, nice little 2-3 pounder. Angry, angry, angry. Easy, boy. Easy. So I'm fishing very similarly to how I was last weekend. Really shallow, 4 feet less. I'm looking for these contour lines because it's like some of these bays are really flat and shallow for quite a while, and sometimes it's hard to pinpoint really where to pick out fish. I've been scanning a ton and really just looking at the charts, and once I get into a spot that I'm confident in, I'm kind of looking at the live scope a little bit. You could see like old bed sites and stuff on it and the rocks, so I put it in perspective mode. And I'm kind of just casting around what it looks like are old bed sites, because these fish are, it seems like they're just prowling around and getting ready to hunker down here pretty soon. So I'm really hoping I can catch some females. From what I've learned, most of the big fish spawn a lot deeper, but so far it's been easier to find fish up this shallow, so I'm gonna keep rocking with it. Fish. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Be nice. Come here. Come here. Oh yeah, that was better. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh yeah, get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, baby. How about that, guys? Starting to upgrade. Starting to upgrade. Get in the net. Get in the net. How about that, guys? Easy. Easy, fat mama. Easy. Look at this fat girl, guys. 4-pounder. Little fat belly on her. That's why we came here. You're getting bigger and bigger. We're off the water, guys. Had a pretty good day fishing today. Caught a decent amount of fish this morning. The sun kind of came out at lunchtime and it got really slick calm and kind of killed my bite that I was on, but overall fun morning. Had a weird instance running back to the ramp. I was making like about a 5-mile run. I was only running about 50 miles an hour, so I wasn't really pushing the boat too hard, but it felt like it misfired, and so I dropped down off plane and turned the engine off, turned it back on, kind of looked over everything. It seemed pretty fine, so I got gently back up on plane and cruised back to the ramp at like 20 miles an hour. I've spun a hub probably 3 times in this boat, so I kind of figured that that's what it was. And sure enough, I got back onto the trailer and I was able to spin the prop with my hands when it was in forward, and that's what my hub looks like. So I'm not really sure why the E-Techs are notorious for melting hubs, but for some reason the gear case overheats and isn't able to keep these plastic hubs cool, and every once in a while if you're making a long run, it'll just blow out. So thankfully it only partially melted and I was able to kind of limp back to the ramp like on plane, but I've had them where this whole entire thing will just kind of disintegrate, and when you put the throttle in forward, then the prop shaft just spins without the prop on it, or without the prop moving. So thankfully dug through the storage or the toolboxes and found another hub. So gonna chisel this guy out and put the new one in and go from there. Man, that sucked. I had to use a oscillating saw, a hammer, and a screwdriver to get this thing out. I mean, it was just completely melted. Well, not completely melted, or else I wouldn't have been able to get back to the ramp, but thing is absolutely toast. This is what the new one looks like, so at least I have one lying around in my toolbox. For those of you that aren't quite as familiar with outboards, the hub is a little plastic coupler in the prop that connects the prop to the prop shaft, but it's plastic because if you hit something with the prop, the thought is that the plastic hub will basically blow up. and save any negative like torque from going through the prop shaft into the drive shaft and up in the engine. So you have a lesser chance of doing major damage by just hitting something with your prop. However, since mine was melted, if you put the throttle in forward, the prop shaft spins and the prop doesn't, so your boat can't move. And thankfully, this hub was only partially melted because it was still able to get enough bite that it could push the boat forward, or else I would have been stuck. Back at the campground, guys, we are living luxuriously. We got some ice cold spotted cows, some cheeseburgers on the grill. They opened the showers back up, just got out of the hot shower. You can't beat this. This is your sign to get outside.
Need a second council, buddy.
That's a co-angler's problem, not mine.
That's exactly what Max says. Saw that coming.
Almost got you.
Your phone's out. On the carpet? No, it's in the console.
Holy shit. Alright, I gotta get her up and going. We gotta get moving. Yeah, it's running. Back to the basics. Jerk bait on a break wall. See fish. That's a wrap on episode 3, guys. Today we had a surprise visit from one of my buddies, Sawyer. I haven't seen him in quite a while, and he made the trip up to fish with me today. So I didn't really do much filming today. I was mainly focused on hanging out with him, and we had a okay day of fishing. We made some pretty long runs today to try to get away from the boat pressure because it was packed today. Sawyer caught a 5-pounder on the second cast of the day, and then we didn't catch anything else the rest of the day except for a couple like 12-inchers towards the end of the day. It was a fun day of fishing, fun catching up with him. Got really, really nasty on our long run. We were out in Main Bay of Green Bay, so I hope you enjoyed some of our videos of us getting splashed and tossed around. We saw 3 and 4 foot waves constantly, and a couple 5 scattered in there, so it got really nasty out there. We had to trim the bass cat up and just kind of let her growl pretty slowly. So overall, fun day of fishing with him, but looking forward to the water heating up. So the fishing pressure is definitely heating up too, so it's going to be hard to kind of get away from a lot of the boats and find some fish that haven't really been beaten down, but I feel like we're learning pretty good. Fun day yesterday on the water, so I'd call this weekend a win. Thanks for tuning in to episode 3, guys. Probably be a couple weeks before episode 4 comes out, but I'm looking forward to it.